Clerk.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Honorable Speaker, it is unfortunate that I have to arise at this particular moment before this House. I just saw the issue of a supplementary, but as a leader of government business, I think it's time I stand with authority on what comes before the Assembly. Honorable members, you're aware that I've said times and again, this House must be respected. For that reason, Honorable Speaker, I may not be able today to table this particular supplementary budget until proper consultation between my office and the Office of Finance, led by the CC Finance, in regards to 2 issues. Issue number 1, the payment of Ward Development Fund. Issue number 2, the pending Assembly funding. I therefore decline until I have a consultation as a leader of government business. I don't want to bring an agenda in this House that will bring me shame and the government. I beg to withdraw until further notice.
Clerk.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements.
Honorable Sononyango.
Use this one. On Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 47-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the Chairperson of Security Committee on Water and Sanitation regarding the stalled construction of a bowl and a sewer line in Gay Ward. On Speaker, in the year 2023-24, the County Executive advertised and awarded 2 contracts to 2 different contractors for construction of a bowl and the installation of sewer lines in Gay Ward. On Speaker, the contractors were duly awarded the contracts. However, at the end of the agreed timeline, no meaningful progress has been made. The projects have since remained incomplete and no sign of progress on the site. On Speaker, in the statement, the chairperson should inquire into and report on the 1. Measures the county executive has taken to ensure that the contractor fulfills their contractual obligations. 2, whether the contractors have provided any justifiable reasons for the delay, and if so, has the county executive issued any termination letter? 3, considering the time already lost, what steps can the county executive do to terminate the contract and re-advertise the tender to ensure that works resume without further delay?
Chairperson, Water and Sanitation. Chairperson. The Vice Chair.
Speaker, in the spirit of any member, Honorable Reki, if you may allow, as a House leadership, that will give us 2 weeks and convey the same to the Chair.
Chair, on Speaker, that's okay, but I just wanted to complain to the House leadership that we have one chief officer by the name Oscar Umoke. He doesn't pick calls, so even this statement, I was not supposed to bring it in the floor of the House. You remember?
Honorable Member, you're out of order.
Kindly.
You've already presented your statement.
Yes, but I just wanted...
There is an undertaking. It's either you agree with the undertaking or I think further classification will only be allowed when you are being called to the committee.
This is a personal statement. Kindly.
You cannot mention members without a substantive motion, Honorable Member.
Kindly.
We understand, but I just want the undertaking, whether you are okay with it in 2 weeks' time or you still have questions.
On Speaker, I'm okay, but just I want to tell the House leadership my frustration. Kindly, let me tell them.
But I think it's, in the statements you will be called as a witness.
But Majority Leader, this chief officer is really frustrating.
Honorable Member, please
Kindly.
address the chair.
I just wanted the leadership to take out this matter because even I complained to the majority leader directly and he was called. Up to now,
Honorable Member,
no action
there are
has been taken.
procedures to be followed. I think you put your statements, there was undertaking made by the leadership. They've given you 2 weeks. Are you okay with the 2 weeks or you still need some more time?
It's okay, 2 weeks is okay.
Thank you.
Standing order
I have a
47.
guide here and I'll still call you if you are in the...
Actually, I'm not listed,
Honorable
but I
Member.
want to inquire on a statement that I requested.
You cannot inquire when you...
I need
don't
your
have
intervention,
a signed
Honorable
document,
Speaker.
a signed document from the Speaker.
Yes. Honorable Speaker, if you look at
Member,
standing order.
please order. Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Member. Honorable DNG. Honorable DNG. Honorable Cyrus Matara.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. This afternoon, I'd like to request for a statement premise on regulation, ownership, and operation of breakdown tow vehicles in Nairobi City County. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 47-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Sectoral Committee on Transport and Public Works regarding the ownership and operations of breakdown tow vehicles within Nairobi City County. Honorable Speaker, the use of breakdown vehicles in the Central Business District, often used for towing away vehicles involved in obstruction in parking bays and other parking violations, accidents as well as other traffic offenses, has continued to raise serious concerns among Nairobi residents. There have been numerous reports and complaints ranging from misconduct by breakdown operators, damaged bumpers, theft of vehicle parts during towing, and lack of transparency in how these services are procured and managed. Honorable Speaker, in the statement, the Chairperson should inquire into and report on 1. Whether there are existing guidelines and procedures guiding the operations and pricing of the breakdown services operating in the county. 2. Whether the county has any existing service level agreement between the county government and the owners of the breakdown vehicles used during official operation in the city county. 3. Any efforts made by the county to standardize, regulate, brand, and formalize the operations of breakdown vehicles in the county. 4. Detail of the procedure and protocol required for towing of a vehicle in the absence of the owner. 5. Database of all the breakdown vehicles operating in the county and in their respective routes, and all the qualifications of the operators in automobile handling. And lastly, measures the county executive has taken to address complaints of misconduct by the operators and by motorists whose vehicles are damaged during the process of clamping and towing. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Chairperson, Transport and Public Works. Chairperson, the Vice Chair. Any member? No member from the Committee of Transport and Public Works? Transport, Public Works. Yes, Honorable Magoba. Lower Savannah.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf of the chairman, let me give the undertaker 2 weeks.
Honorable Matara.
Most obliged, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Clerk. Yes, Honorable Matara.
Honorable Speaker, I'd like to know from your office, because I had 5 statements that I had signed and forwarded to your office which were approved, so I'd like to know where are the other 4, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Matara, they are yet to approved by the Speaker, but once it's been approved, it will come to the Assembly. Thank you. Clerk.
Order number 8, motion.
Chairperson, APC.
Madam Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to rise before the House and move 2 particular motions. But before I do so, it's also important that I mention that just before I came in, the other speaker, your colleague, the Honorable Kimemia, had called me regarding houses being evicted in Buruburu, and that's why he is not able to come. because, Madam Speaker, the county has turned to be rogue. And even with the issues that I have personally taken the county to court on this matter, and we have court orders barring the county from evicting tenants, specifically for Kariako, Estate, Ulngara, and Nyungara. And that specific issue, without going into details, we've gotten orders barring them from evicting members, and they still go and do the same with full disregard. My only question before is that if we are going to be in contempt of a court order, and then I bring that particular issue on the floor of the House, I hope that committee will not be giving me 2 weeks. I hope we should just go ahead and censure that particular chief officer, that waziri, because in my view, this government, the one that has chosen to deal with goons in purpose of dealing with the Gen Zs, is a rogue government. But I can see the mood is boiling nicely, but that is a matter for next week. Before you are advised to let me go to the specific issue, I will beg to move the following motion, that the report on the Select Committee of Public Accounts on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on public participation in Nairobi City County budget making process for the financial year 21-22, as laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 19th September 2024. Madam Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 203, primary mandate of the committee is to oversight the expenditure of public funds by the Nairobi City County entity to ensure value for money and adherence to government financial regulations and procedures. The committee further aimed to ensure that Nairobi City County public funds are prudently and efficiently being utilized. The committee executes its mandate on the basis of annual and audit reports prepared by the Office of the Auditor General. Article 201 of the Constitution enables the fundamental principles aimed at guiding all aspects of public finance in the Republic. Again, the committee also considers the constitutional legal provisions as the basis for holding accounting officers and public officers directly and personally liable for any loss of public funds. Madam Speaker, the Auditor General conducted a special audit on this particular item, and the report was submitted to the County Assembly and committed to the Committee of Public Accounts. The committee has interrogated the queries and raised a special audit report and submitted to from the management and made recommendations for the adoption by this Assembly. Madam Speaker, I beg that the Assembly adopts this report and the recommendations therein. Just to take members through, Madam Speaker, every year before a budget making process, we go and do public participation. And so, because it has a financial implication to the county, we usually, there's a special audit to see if it works. And so the Committee of Public Accounts has interrogated and has put some recommendations in this report. And I hope the reports are available for members to peruse and see what we've been able to do. Finally, Madam Speaker, before I asked the members I get my member to second, I would wish to request my colleagues of the public accounts who are here, and the ones on Zoom also, to raise their hands. The ones who are here maybe can stand. Madam Speaker, I do not wish to look like the only person who works in that committee. This team and the many other members who are in that committee do a splendid job of ensuring that we never lack quorum, that we are able to execute the mandate that has been given by Assembly. With that, Madam Speaker, I thank you. As I put this, ask them to sit, I will ask the Honorable Amy to second. Thank you.
Thank you, my super chairman, Honorable Speaker. I'm very delighted to stand up as a Public Accounts Committee member. We sat in the committee, we interrogated the report. There were things that we said, and as the chair said, We have recommendations that the committee came up with, and we hope the sector relevant to the issue will follow it, and the county will run the county will have to run systematically well in the spirit of the voters and the people who sit in Nairobi. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I expect to second.
Thank you, Honorable Amy Katameshi. Honorable members, I now want to propose that the Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on public participation, Nairobi City County budget-making process for the financial year 2021-2022, laid on the table of the Assembly on Thursday, 19 September 2024. Honorable members, you may now debate. Honorable Jeremiah Mendu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I proceed, let me thank the Committee on Public Accounts and its Chairman, Honorable Chege Mwaura, and the Committee for the good work that they have done, making sure our money is going in the right direction and helping Nairobians issue concerning development and other matters. And I think the report that they have brought here in this assembly is a comprehensive report, because they have said they had no charges when the concerned officers to submit all the requirements in the committee. And for that reason, I adopt the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Jeremiah Mendu. My screens are clear. Any other member by show of hands? Few concerning the motion or any other? Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I don't know why you're not eager to give me an opportunity to speak on this motion. But firstly, Honorable Speaker, is to commend the Chairman of Public Accounts Committee, the Honorable Member for Ngara. He is one of the most progressive chairmen that we have in this county assembly. And I have always said that a committee is as good as its chairman. I can't say much about some other chairman, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, public participation is captured in a lot of articles in our constitution, and in particular Article 10. And I'm very happy that today they have done recommendation on how public participation can be meaningful. Because most time, public participation has just been an exercise in futility, Honorable Speaker, and just cosmetic. People have been doing public participation because it is a requirement of the law. Maybe what you have not considered in this report is to also, as much as we are having physical way of doing public participation, also having a digital way of doing public participation, Honorable Speaker. That should be considered going forward. Lastly, this assembly in 2015 enacted Nairobi City County Public Participation Act of 2015. That particular act has not been operationalized fully. It is incumbent upon the CEC in charge of public participation and inclusion to come up with the regulations for the same. And also he can capture digital way of doing public participation as he's doing the regulation, Honorable Speaker. because people must be heard. And I must also add that also when people protest out here, it is also public participation, and people must be allowed in this city to protest in peace, because it is a form of a physical way of doing public participation. So with those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I fully support this report, and I hope the implementation committee will look into this, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Few. Any other member? Honorable members, I now want to put the question that the Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee Clerk, please. The mover to reply.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I guess the mood of the House, including yours, was this report to pass as is. I just want to thank members for not raising objections but supporting it. I hope that they'll get a chance to review what the committee has recommended, and with that I really want to thank you. I thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I now want to put the question that the Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on public participation in Nairobi City County budget making process for the financial year 2021-2022 laid on the Assembly the table on Thursday, 19 September 2024. Will as many as of the opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clerk.
Order number 9, motion.
Madam Speaker, I come again to beg to move the following motion, that the Assembly adopts the report on Select Committee of Public Accounts on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on COVID-19 vaccine rollout for the Nairobi City County Government, laid on the table of this House on Thursday, 19th September 2024. Madam Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 203, the primary mandate of the committee is to oversight the expenditure of public funds by Nairobi City County entities to ensure value for money and adherence to government financial regulations. The committee further aims at ensuring Nairobi City County public funds are prudently and efficiently utilized. The committee executes its mandate on the basis of annual and audited reports prepared by the Office of the Auditor General. Madam Speaker, the Office of the Auditor General conducted a special audit on COVID-19 vaccine rollout for the Nairobi City County Government. The report was submitted to this County Assembly and placed to the committee. The committee interrogated the queries raised by the special audit report and has submitted some management recommendations to be adopted by this August Assembly. With that, Madam Speaker, as I beg to reply, is just that we mentioned that everyone was here around the COVID time, and the county government also placed some money, and there was a special audit on the usage of that money. And so this report explains and expounds where we went wrong, with the misses that we had, and better ways of looking at such issues when they appear.
Honorable Chair, you are not replying, rather you are...
I'm not replying, I'm just moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
The motion.
Oh, I said reply, sorry. As I beg to move this report, Madam Speaker, I just wish that members also, Chair, look into the recommendations as brought by the committee. Madam Speaker, based on that, I would wish to ask the Honorable Martin to second the motion.
you, Madam Speaker. At this point, I also want to thank our chair, Park, for leading us in doing the work that we are doing. Madam Speaker, as the chair always reminds us, when we do the work of Park, we are not only doing this to catch thieves or to punish anyone. We are doing the work we do to ensure accountability is at the highest level, and also to ensure that the county has the best systems for the future of this county. And so we have done our work, and I beg to second, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, member from Tuini. Honorable members, I now want to propose that the Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on consideration of the report of the Auditor General on COVID-19 vaccines rollout on Nairobi City County Government laid on the table of the Assembly on Thursday, 19 September 2024. Honorable members, you may now debate. My screen is clear. Maybe a show of the hand, honorable members. Chair, Culture.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Allow me to congratulate the Public Accounts Committee for coming up with a very good report. I haven't got so much time to go through it, but I've seen the work they've done on both the documents, on the vaccine and the one at public participation. And I will want to truly thank the chair for guiding the committee well. And on this one, allow me to say that congratulations, but on the other one, on public participation, bearing in mind that I oversight the issues of public participation, Madam Chair, looking at the recommendation made by the committee, it's very important for us as a county to rethink how we do public participation. Not just taking through the public and not even understanding the feedback from the public. Madam Speaker, we have a department of public participation that is totally unfunded by the county. And all these sectors, if you look at the budget, every sector is allocating money for public participation. And
honorable member, we are in order number 9.
I know, but this was just by a way, because it passed me when I wanted to make those recommendations. It's important for the sector to be allocated enough resources, because it has the experts and people who are who know how to carry out the public participation. Also, after the public participation, the public is supposed to be informed of the decision that has been made after that public participation exercise, Madam Speaker. So, I just wanted to thank the Public Accounts Committee for highlighting some of those issues. Kudos, Chair and the committee. Thank you. I support.
Honorable Fio Nefio.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. When I look at the recommendations herein, I'm happy, very happy, Honorable Speaker, by the work that this committee is doing. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the recommendations, and this is on table 13, this is section 5. If you look on the irregularity, Honorable Speaker, the irregularities therein, or rather weaknesses, from number 1 to number 8, you'll be shocked, Honorable Speaker. Health as a devolved function, if we go by the report that has been submitted here by Public Accounts Committee, is in disaster in this county. It is unmitigated disaster, Honorable Speaker, because when you look at number 5, recommendation number 6, failure to record expired, damaged, and wasted vaccines. Is it that we are vaccinating our residents here, Honorable Speaker, with expired vaccines? You'd rather not vaccine Nairobians other than give them vaccination that is expired. This is sad, Honorable Speaker. This is very, very, very sad. And I hope even the media doesn't get piece of this recommendation, Honorable Shege. And as you respond, Honorable Speaker, as the chairman responds, you should tell us whether you visited some of these facilities. I would want to hear that. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, it is on the vaccination of dogs. That should be looked into. We pride ourselves as a city county, the home of United Nations, the home of all international NGOs in the world, the capital city of East Africa. Yet we do not even have a program of vaccinating dogs. And when it is done, it is not done comprehensively. We must rethink as leaders about this county. All is not well in this county. In this Nairobi City County government, all is not well if you cannot even vaccinate dogs comprehensively. I beg to support this report. And Honorable Speaker, allow me to invite Honorable Shege, a member for Ngara, for a cup of tea, for doing a very comprehensive report. And I hope, as I had said earlier, the implementation committee will look into this. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to also thank members. Some of the members who sit in that committee, like Honorable Emi, like Honorable Mbogwa from Mutwini, these are seasoned politicians and writers. So, and the rest of the members, I acknowledge you and I appreciate you big time. Let's continue doing our oversight role. And I can see the chairman of implementation. Do not drop the ball, Honorable Majiwa. Do not drop the ball. The ball is on your court now.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Jeremiah Mendo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance to say something concerning the same. Me, when I remember 2021, 2022, it was a sad years for our country, because as I have read the report, we had those, although I am not repeating how those that were mentioned by Honorable Few, but the situation in our country even today, sometimes the problems that we are having nowadays, it was attributed by the problem in disposing those expired vaccines. And I thought it was in bad faith, because I have seen that even the officers that were administering the same knew very well the vaccines were expired, but they did not even bother. Even me, I was injected with the same, and I don't think, as how today rumors is, it is affecting our health even nowadays. Because sometimes if you talk with your colleague, how you are talking that time, by now it is different. So, Honorable Speaker, me, I just applaud the committee for doing the good job and looking at all the avenues that were there which were not followed in order. And in the future, I would say we need any sector, any department, because as we have seen here, many institutions of government, national government, county government, sometimes the stores you have seen in the sub-counties, we had the stores that we had to restore those medicines and whatever in the provincial, anywhere were there. But what we have said, they lacked goodness in the life or the health of Kenyans. And that's why all the process was there, and God helped us to overcome. But on the part of those institutions, things were not done very well. So for that reason, I thank the chairman and the committee and also the officers involved, like auditors, auditor generals, and whatever. They did a good job. So, Madam Speaker, I beg to support the adoption of the report. Thank you.
My screen is still clear. Honorable members, any input? The mover to reply.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank you again for being gracious and allowing members to ventilate on this particular issue. I want to thank the members who've contributed and the ones who are also in agreement with the proposal of the committee. There was a specific issue that the Honorable Few wanted me to respond. And as I see the Honorable Majiwa taking leave, I just wanted to mention that the Honorable Majiwa, I had seen Honorable Njeri, Agnes, the Honorable Kimani who are here. They've been part of that committee before, and I wanted to congratulate them also and to take part in the glory of having this report getting there, because as I said, we work as a team. Those who are there, the ones who came after, we work as a team. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Few wanted to know if we did some visitations. Yes, we did visitations to some of these sites. And some of the recommendations we've been making before, the Auditor General became very better in the oversight, so that nowadays all the level 5 and 4s have their own specific reports. Madam Speaker, the members of the Public Accounts Committee will shock you what we found at Mama Lucy and Akina Mbagathi. And this sometimes level of understanding how county operations operate help us make these recommendations. For example, even today, when one of the issues that a hospital like Mama Lucy, when it comes to procurement of issues like linen, bedsheets, or issues like big contracts like building an ICU, they have no jurisdiction. Everything is done from City Hall. And I saw the governor saying at some point that they would want to have a company for takataka. Before they do takataka, let them give Mama Lucy, let them give Mbagathi, let them give Kayole, let them give Mama full operation, because there's a board, so that issues like vaccines, let them be dealt with directly from the hospitals, so that they also bear the responsibility of being done. Again, the Honorable Nephew had mentioned about media getting hold. We want the media to get hold, so that we should not be duped again. Finally, on the cup of tea, I will let the member know that I will not come alone. I will come with my team. So I hope you have a bigger budget. And of course, we want to have that tea with you and have more discussions about this. Madam Speaker, these engagements are good, because now we also get to understand what happened. If you can see the figures, and I'll urge members to look at the report, the figures that the county input for these processes, and the ones that went to waste because of the negligence that we've seen in between, that money could have done something more just to strengthen those health facilities, not even moving that money out of the hospital's budget, but just to strengthen their capacity to be able to do much more. You can imagine a hospital like Mbagathi. They have a 3-phase that needs about 2 million for it to be connected. And the county has not done it. So they keep on having fluctuations of power, yet it's a small direct injection that can come from the county. And maybe the vaccines that are going bad, their stores now can be captured because they are fully refrigerated. And so those kinds of small low-hanging fruits that the county can be doing, we capture those things in these reports that we are doing and help the processes of county improve. I don't want to bore members with more details because I know these members are serious people who will look in these reports and have better understanding than what I'm bringing up. I just want to thank you for giving us the time, and Madam Speaker, I beg to reply. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Your concerns have been noted, and therefore, Honorable Members, I now want to put the question that the Assembly adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on COVID-19 vaccines rollout for the Nairobi City County Government laid on the table of the Assembly on Thursday, 19 September 2024. Honorable Members, will as many as of the opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Members, there have been no any other business. The House will stand adjourned till tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Thank you so much and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.